We are looking at the business lead discovery workflow here. It takes Google Maps, takes your keyword, and spits out a whole bunch of um, businesses. So what it does, you take the Google Sheet, you take a keyword and a location, and then you set the status to ready, and it will output all of these leads here. What we're going to do for this video right here is I'm going to make a copy. This is always the first thing to do. And I've loaded up the workflow here using import from file. I simply downloaded the workflow file here. And so now we need to set this up. We need the sheet ID here. And where we find that is, if you take the URL, it's the idea right there. So let's see. Seems to have a little bit of an issue with selection. Don't know what's going on there, but let's see if we can clean it up here. Sounds about right. All right, so then we need the data for SEO authorization. This is not the right one. Interesting. And then same thing here. And I'm gonna get the right credentials in here by moving this to the correct folder. 1 second. So I moved it to the rank expand workflow. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. So I set the authorization for each one of these. Is there anything else we need to refresh these? Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to refresh and not save it. That's a trick. So now all of these values are here, the mapping here. I don't want to lose that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the workflow, and there it will probably sort itself out, and if not, we'll be here and have a look. So what I saw is I saw this thing already filled up with all these leads. I'm gonna make sure it's empty. Check reference list or location of location. List of locations. There we go. And as you can see, I'm not seeing. Let me download that real quick to make sure that that goes correct. I'm gonna open it in a text editor. All right, so there we go, Ireland. So we do have Ireland. Yeah, we also do have cities, but we need to include Northern Ireland Kingdom. So United Kingdom. So probably Stuart was asking it doesn't work, and probably we need to do it like so, but I'm now seeing that this is not the same Belfast, it's Belfast, Maine, right? So we need to use this format right here, Belfast, Maine, United States, without any spaces, like so. Let's run the workflow and see what it does. Right, so I have an issue with the sheet idea here that was to be expected because the sheet ID did not copy over correctly. It's probably something with my browser that's going on. Yeah, that doesn't look good to me. So let's do it like this. Share, copy link. At least now we have the full link. And now we can clean it up and just get the idea. That's good. All right, let's retry that. Good, it now gets the sheet ID. It is running a data for SEO task here. Now it's pulling all of those maps results. And there's a delay here of 15 seconds, just so that we don't have any timeouts. Let's see if this comes through. And then Stuart, you said split out is not working here. So let's see if that is an issue. So it is pulling. It is taking quite a while, but it's doing 50 deep, so it's getting 50 results at a time. So that's probably why it is taking a little bit longer. We have been running now for 2 minutes almost. Right, apparently there was something wrong with the URL here because I've fixed it and then it ran through immediately. So it checks, is there a status message? Okay. Yes, now we split it out. We got 22 items from this one pool. And then it cleans it up and sends it to the sheet. So let's see. It has a new status of success. And now all of our business details are here. We see the ratings and the vote count. And so if we follow, I think, Kate's advice, we take like high ratings, pretty high reviews. This one is very established, as we can see, but then these are, well, this one's pretty established as well. But this one's up and coming a little bit more. And then this one is a very good target because they do have quite a lot of reviews and a very high rating. So going after this particular business, perhaps this one, but is not as high a rating. This one's pretty good as well. I guess there's a lot of insight. So I'm gonna check whether the URL here was because of something I messed up, or whether that is in the workflow itself. If so, I'm gonna fix that, re-upload it, and then you should be good to go. But please make sure to follow the naming convention in this document right there. And yeah, I hope that's helpful.